Hey, Senator Hawley has said that he is going to object to the certification of the Electoral College votes next week, at least in some states. At that point, you as a senator will be required to go through the debate for a couple of hours and then vote on whether you think all 50 states' Electoral College votes should be certified. How will you vote?
Well, first of all, this is done on a state-by-state basis. As I keep trying to tell people that, there's a lot of misinformation on both sides, that some people on our side think that if just one House member, one senator ejects, it immediately goes to a vote of the states. And then because we have more states in the House of Representatives, Trump can get reelected. That's not what happens. What happens is every member of the Senate, every member of the House votes to either accept or reject that state's slate of electors. I can't imagine any scenario in which any House Democrats will vote to reject Joe Biden electors. So I think the result is inevitable, but I don't have a problem, as I demonstrated in holding a hearing on the irregularities of the 2020 election, of examining those, discussing them. I actually support what Leader McConnell suggested as a commission set up to examine this. This issue's not going away. There are irregularities that have not been explained. I don't fear information. I know a lot of people say, oh, this is dangerous. It's not dangerous to take a look at problems that did occur, the lack of transparency in too many places, the lack of an audit trail. We need to examine this and hopefully set new rules or pass new laws to correct this for the next election. This is an unsustainable state of affairs in the body politic.
Looking at things and deciding to change it for the next election is one thing, but my question was, would you vote no on any state to not certify their Electoral College results for this election?
Well, one of the things I've been trying to do since I announced my hearing 3 weeks ago is we've been looking at all these irregularities. We've explained many. We haven't explained others. And so I don't know what new evidence is going to be coming up between now and the 6th. I have a hard time believing that there's going to be something earth-shattering. People have been looking at this, but it completely depends on which states and what the issues are in terms of what is being objected to.
Senator, go ahead, Beck. You want to get him to say something? Go ahead. I was going to.
Well, I guess it's a maybe. I mean, you'll see if there's anything that comes up between now and then you'll decide if you vote to certify the Electoral College on a state-by-state basis.
Again, on a state-by-state basis in terms of what the issues, and there's some real serious issues in states like Pennsylvania, where apparently the voter rolls are not being reported by the counties 10 weeks later, a lack of transparency. There are other issues that I simply can't get to the bottom of, and we've been looking into this we've really been looking into this. It's hard to get to the bottom of it. There's a lack of transparency, and that's what's so frustrating to people, at least on the conservative side, Trump supporters. They're not getting the answers. They've completely lost confidence in the mainstream media, the social media, the incredible bias. And so there's this feeling that this election was stolen, that it's not fair, that there's all kinds of fraud. And by the way, Chris Krebs testified in our hearing, said it's the most secure election, but admitted in our hearing he was only talking about cyber attacks. He wasn't talking about fraud. And, of course, that was all that his comments were taken as this is a clean election. It wasn't a totally clean election. Let's be honest about this, and let's not be afraid of gathering information and making things right.